We're going to take a look at a few interesting stocks in here on the weekly chart. Basically, overall, we'll take a nice green day in here, a little pop, and then we had that little bit of a pullback towards the end of the day, and then we had another jump, little recovery into close in the overall markets. What did that do for us here in CoreWeave? That's ticker symbol CRWV. That gave us about $1 up from yesterday's close, so that's good. We're heading back up to those $80 ranges. That's what we're hoping for anyway. We're sitting here at 78.44. To the upside resistance, we're looking at that 85.26. We also have that 9-day EMA sitting at 81.40 for us. Those are going to be two areas that we need to watch out. To the downside in here, we are going to be looking at that 71.25 and then that 65.22. Our IV ranking here is sitting at 25. That gives us right around a $3 expected move priced in by tomorrow's expiration coming off of a shortened week. Also by next Friday, about $8 of an expected move priced in. And if you go all the way out to your monthly expiration, right around a $11 expected move sitting in here for CoreWeave. So we're going to see what happens as we continue throughout the end of the week in here. We're going to see if we can climb back or at least touch that $80 handle. Now we're also going to take a look at Tesla since we are in here today, kind of up and down, although we will take a nice green candle in here on the week and on the day. But really, there was a lot more volatility in here than you really would have liked today. Now, we did end up in here up about $10 from yesterday's close. IV ranking here has shrunk. VIX coming down, obviously, with a green day all around. That gives us a closing price of 381.26. So we rode this lower trend line in here in this overall structure. It looks like we will hold. Now we're going to be focusing on two key moving averages in here. So the 382.75, that's that 50-day SMA on the weekly. And then we're looking at that 9-day sitting at 392. Those are going to be the first areas that we do need to breach and hold before we can start working our way higher, or at least give us somewhat of a hope to that we can get into that $400 psych level. To the upside, outside of that, we have the 400 cycle level, obviously. Then we're looking at 414. To the downside in here, that lower trend line, 372, is going to hold a lot of weight. Anything outside of there, we're looking at 365 and then 351. So that's what we're looking at here for Tesla and for your CoreWeave. We're also going to take a look at IREN real quick here. On the weekly chart, you can see that last week we were just holding on to this overall structure. This week, not looking good, but we might have gotten saved in here by this overall 50-day SMA on our weekly chart in here. So we are down. Basically, we're trading in those 34s right now. We're about 10 cents off of that. We're down around about 23 cents on the day. So it looks like we could get a nice little hold in here. Your RSI is basically neutral. So nothing to worry about on that front. But if we do get a hold in here, then look for a pop back to this lower trend line. That is going to be sitting at 37.77. And to the upside, we're looking at $40 on the 9-day EMA. To the downside in here, anything below 34, we're going to be watching that 33.40, which is that 50-day SMA. And then outside of there, we're going to be looking at that $30 range. All in all, we're going to see how we continue throughout the end of the week in here. We're going to see how all of these tickers correlate to the overall markets. We're going to see how we're going to end with our overall markets, especially with it looks like we're on the brink of the end of the war overall. So let's see what goes on in here as we continue throughout the week and see where all of these stocks are going to end up. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.